Please subscribe SS Bhushan.
Hi, welcome to SS Bhushan's channel. Please don't forget that SS Bhushan is the only channel that caters to the needs of the viewers in both media, that is English and Telugu. So please subscribe SS Bhushan. Now coming to our video. In my earlier videos, I dealt with verb forms and primary auxiliaries, auxiliary verbs, and coming to the modal auxiliaries, I dealt with the can, could, may, might, verb forms, modal auxiliaries. Now we shall deal with the other modal auxiliaries, that is shall, should, will, and would. Coming to the uses of this shall and should, will and would. Please don't forget that both are used to express simple futurity or to express the actions that are going to be done in future. Now coming to the first one, shall. It is used in the first person to express simple futurity or to express simple future tense. Tense means time. I shall go to Chennai tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So it expresses future. So here shall is used to express future. We shall discuss the issue next week. We shall discuss the issue. Whatsoever may be the issue, we shall here indicates simple futurity. Next, this shall is used in the second and third persons to express a command, to express a promise, or to express a threat. Okay, we can attribute these examples to these three. Coming to the first one, you shall not come to my shop without a mask. This example indicates a command. You shall not come to my shop without a mask. So nowadays actually nobody is going without a mask except the YouTubers like me who make videos for the sake of viewers. You shall not come to my shop without a mask. So this can be attributed as a command. The next one, you shall have a car ride tomorrow. This example can be attributed to this promise. You shall have a chocolate tomorrow if you do this homework. You shall have a kiss tomorrow if you cook some gulab jam to me, or if you make some sweets to me. So you shall have a car ride. Here you shall have a car ride. Okay. So this can be attributed to promise. Next one. Rohit shall be punished for the mischief. Rohit shall be punished for the mischief. It can be attributed to this one, that is a threat. So here shall is used in the second and third persons to express a command, a promise, or a threat. But please bear in mind that these examples are obsolete examples. They are old-fashioned examples. Actually, this kind of usage is not there. Simply we can say that you don't come to my shop without a mask. You can have, or you shall have a car ride tomorrow. Of course, this usage is okay. The next one, Rohit shall be punished for the mischief. This is also okay, but actually plain sentences are in vogue. Next one, to express offers or suggestions, or to know the willingness of somebody, or to know the will of somebody, or the wish of somebody also, or to the person to whom we talk. In those circumstances we can use shall. Shall I do your homework? Shall I do your homework? So in this sentence you can say that this is an offer. Shall I do? This shall indicates an offer. Shall we go for a walk? This sentence indicates that this is a suggestion. Next, in the next sentence, which video shall I watch? This is more or less seeking an advice from the person to whom I am talking, or to whom the speaker talks to. Okay. So to express offers, suggestions, advice, or to know the will or to know the wish of that person, we can use shall. Next one, coming to, let us keep aside the other things for a while. This will is used in the second and third persons to express simple future. To express simple future. The same as I have said for shall. The same rule is also applicable for will. You will watch my grammar 11 video tomorrow or day after tomorrow or next week. So far I have done 10 videos. So I say that this is my 10th video. So you will watch my grammar 11. Grammar 11th video tomorrow. So here will expresses again simple futurity or simple future. Bhushan will start day-to-day English next month. I promise to start day-to-day English also besides grammar chapters. So I will start that from next month. So I can use this will. Bhushan will start, or some third person can use Bhushan will start day-to-day English. It expresses in the second person and third person. Second person is you and third person is Bhushan. Next one. Will is used in the first person to express willingness, as in the sentence, I will donate blood to the patient. Of course, I am too weak to donate, but anyway, when I was 25, I donated. Willingness, I will donate blood to the patient. So it is used in the first person singular and first person plural. Next, it is also used, this will is also used here to express a promise, as in the sentence, I will complete the novel, I will complete the homework, I will complete the assignment given by you. So I will complete, I will help you. So here it expresses promise. Next one, determination. I will make 100 videos on grammar. Yes, I am strongly determined to do 100 videos on grammar and another 100 videos on day-to-day English. As I said, I will start in the month of January. This is December. Definitely I will do that. So it expresses determination, means strong will. Strong willpower is expressed in this sentence. Or let us say, for example, a parent scolds a child for his bad conduct in the school or for getting bad marks. So then the child assures the parent by saying, I will score good marks in the next exam. I will behave properly from tomorrow onwards. So that is one kind of strong determination or assurance given by the child to the parents. Okay, so it expresses determination. Next one, in the set, this will is also used in the second person to extend an invitation or a request. To extend an invitation or a request. Will you have some coffee? Will you have some coffee? In this sentence, we can say that this is an invitation. This is an invitation. I am inviting that person for some coffee or for some tea. So, will you have some coffee? And please don't forget that these kind of questions are asked with will. It is more appropriate to use will than shall. Next, will you lend me your car? This is actually a request. So, will is used here in the second person, you. Okay? Now coming to the next one. And will is also used about when we talk about expressing something of a person's characteristic habit. Characteristic habit. Srinivas will talk about nothing but his wife. He will always talk about his wife, his wife's beauty, his wife's nobility, his wife's charisma, etc. So Srinivas will talk about nothing, will talk. So it is a characteristic habit of that person Srinivas. Donald will play for hours with mobile. Not only Donald, Tanmay plays with mobile, Virginia plays with mobile, Ritu plays with mobile, Selena plays with mobile, or Ishita plays with mobile. So anyway, it is a characteristic habit. Donald will play for hours with mobile. So when we want to express characteristic habits, we have to use will. Now, coming to the next usage, that is should, and the next model auxiliary, that is should and would. Should and would are used actually to express duty or obligation. And at the same time, I request the viewers not to contradict or not to fight regarding, not to make a word of wars regarding this, the usage of should and would. They are used alternatively. I expected that I should reach 1 lakh subscribers by December, but I couldn't due to some reasons or the other. So I expected that I should. Why can't I use should also, would also here? Would is also right usage. I expected that I would reach. Actually, that is one kind of expectation, that is one kind of condition we can say. So here you can say should and would. Bhushan said he would be visiting Tirupati next January. That is also future, and in future I express, I am very confident that I would visit Tirupati. In the same manner here in this sentence also, confidence is expressed. I expected that I should reach or I would reach. Both are correct. Next, Tanmay would play for hours with mobile. Just now I have given the example while explaining somewhere here the characteristic habit. Donald will play for hours with mobile. So, in the same manner, just it is the past tense of will. That is would. Tanmay would play for hours with mobile. So the should and would can be used alternatively in place of will also. Okay, and shall also at times. For example, now coming to these examples. Regarding duty and obligation, we have to use only should. We should obey the traffic rules. We should obey the laws of the land. So here should indicates duty. You should keep sanitizers for the visitors. Nowadays, almost all the offices or important places where we expect a lot of density of population, we have to keep the sanitizers. So it is the duty of that particular office or officer to keep sanitizers. So it is the duty. Children should obey their parents and teachers. It is an obligation. Children should obey their parents and teachers. So it is an obligation. And now coming to the other usage. That is should, regarding should. Should is also expressed when we want to say a supposition. We use the verb form suppose. Supposition is the noun form. For example, if the police should come, they will not shout. Actually, it may not be, it is used in such sentences where a condition is expected. So we say that it is a future condition. So if the police should come, they will not shout. That means they are shouting because the police haven't come yet to that place. If the police should come, they will not shout. So in those cases, when we want to express a supposition, this should be used. If my wife should see me with Pooja Bhatt or Kulpreet Singh or Tamanna or Samantha, she will be mad. So of course it may not be true. I won't dine and dance with Pooja Bhatt or Kulpreet, but if at all I dine with Pooja Bhatt, or if at all I dance with Kulpreet Singh, and if my wife should see me in those circumstances with Pooja Bhatt, she will become mad. She won't excuse me. She will become hysterical. So in those circumstances, actually this should is used. Now, one more advice I would like to give to my viewers is that nowadays there is no line or there is no steadfast rule that the shall must be used only with the first person and will must be used only with the second person or third person. They can be used with both persons. I mean, will can be used with first person when we express strong determination. For example, I will make 100 videos. There I express a determination. In the same manner, you will do this work. You shall do this work. That is a command. So, what I would like to advise my viewers is that there is no law that only will must be used in these circumstances and shall must be used in those in these circumstances only. But if we use in this manner, it would be more appropriate. That's all. So thank you for watching SS Bhushan. Please subscribe SS Bhushan.